Hey guys, it's Erin from Earth Healer Movement. It's like the dark circles under my eyes. I just don't feel comfortable, like, especially on camera, broadcasting out to people. Like, this is what my skin looks like, my face looks like with no makeup. I just took a shower. And yeah, this is that little dark spot that I've been talking about. But I have like a couple of them, like this, I don't know what that is. And then this is my birthmark right here. So, and then my dark circles under my eyes. So if I go closer, it depends on the lighting. So this is what they look like. So it's basically like your blood in there. So it's not like pigmented or anything. It's just like it's like the thin skin under your eyes. You can see underneath it because it's light skin. It's like pale. I don't know. So that's why I needed to wear makeup, because it made me feel better, because I don't like the way that I look without makeup. And this birthmark was the main reason, because I didn't even wear makeup until like a senior in high school. I started wearing like concealer under my eyes and like maybe some mascara. I didn't even wear lipstick until like way later in life. It's not like, I think when I would go camping, I remember going camping and wearing like, I think I was like a teenager though. Because when I was a kid, of course, I didn't wear makeup. Back in those days, like, I don't know, my mom and sister didn't wear makeup. My sister never wore makeup. My mom didn't wear, like, she wore like a tiny bit of makeup to work. I don't even know why I'm talking about that, because it's an insecurity about women. Women are literally like it's a societal like norm to make yourself presentable. So that's why like women would like straighten their hair, or like I have curly hair. It damages your hair. So I'm just gonna get ready. This is not the topic that I was going to talk about. When I first came on here, I had like a specific thing that I was gonna talk about. So, and now I'm feeling like stressed, and I don't feel that great today. So that was part of what the talk was gonna be about. My body is literally going through a transformation. It's a spiritual transformation. And I didn't know what was happening. And I didn't know why I was filming these videos until last night. And especially the last video that I filmed. I literally posted that video last night at like 10 o'clock because I told you guys that I would post tomorrow. Like I said, I'll see you tomorrow. So that's why I did it, filmed it, and I even published it. However, I was super insecure about it. Even the other videos, like feeling like this overwhelming like anxiety. Well, not, I sometimes I exaggerate. I was gonna say overwhelming anxiety, but that's not even how I would describe it. It's like an uncomfortability and a kind of like an embarrassment. But then automatically I'm like, I don't even care. I don't even care. Like, I'm embarrassed. That's really embarrassing, but I don't care because it's about the bigger picture. It's not about like one little video. It's not about like me with my face like this, because you guys can see me, and you can see like all different parts of me, like my different makeup and different looks and all of that. So, and it doesn't even matter. So I completely like understand the people that like don't wear makeup at all, like my mom and my sister and like grandma and like people that don't wear makeup. But for me personally, I had insecurities about my birthmark. That's how I even got the cover up to begin with, the concealer. And then I was like, oh, I can use it. It's for using it under your eyes. So I'm like, oh, I can use this under my eyes. And I started doing that like a senior in high school. I remember my senior portrait, and I wore makeup for my senior portrait, and that was the first time. All the other times, I looked fine. I wasn't insecure about myself or anything. But right now I'm like fasting, so I'm like hungry and thirsty, so I better go get some water real quick. Hold on. I do have this water. I can just drink it from yesterday. It's kind of, I don't even know if it's tea. Yeah, it's kind of like tea water. I was watching some videos this morning and this afternoon because I had to sleep. My body was literally needed rest. I got up early and took my son to school, and he got there like pretty early. And then, not on time, but he was probably like 5-10 minutes late because he's working on being better about that. I need to put on some, see, I get distracted, but this is good for like, it's good for my spiritual, that's why, because I'm so spiritually connected, that I'm focused on the moment so much that I'm just like speaking wherever my brain is taking me, and that's how I'm able to channel messages for you guys and say the right thing, because Spirit is leading me. God, the Holy Spirit, the universe is leading me on this channel for world peace. I'm trying to open this like new bottle. So to bring world peace. Whoa. Okay. This whole thing like fell out. I don't know if I was supposed to do that. I guess I was. Okay. Okay, so this goes up and down like this, but this came disconnected. The bottom part came disconnected. Whoa. I don't want to break it. I'm really good at fixing things, so... There's some little... You have to get it in the right spot for it to, like, go back in correctly. And frankly, I don't have the patience right now for this, so I'm gonna do it because I kind of have a headache now. Oh yeah, that's why I got my drink, because I want to do... See, I can't even use it. Oh yeah, I can. So and trust me, like, I'm an intellectual, like, I know how speeches and stuff are more effective when they have like a certain structure. And like I could try to like change myself, 'But that's not how I'm supposed to be. Everybody always wants you to like change yourself to be better. No, what if I'm better? What if I'm the best, just the way I am? What if I'm better than everybody else? What if that? What if? I'm like determined to fix this. There's a little groove, and if I could just get it in there. I can't even see. Oh, okay, I see it. So, I ran into an old classmate when I was doing DoorDash, and it really upset me. And it's kind of about what I'm talking about right now. How people want to change other people. Like they're not good enough the way that they are. But those people that are treated like that, and that know that that's not a good thing to do. Okay, it's probably like, I'll probably be able to fix it, but for now it's like broken. So this is what it looks like. I'll probably be able to fix it, but not right now. It's annoying. Okay, so this is the neck cream and décolleté. So I used to be friends with that guy. But now, I just feel like, okay, this is another download that I got about like NPCs, non-player characters. And so it's almost like I completely shifted. Whenever I leave like that, I'm like throwing something away in my trash. So I had to throw that because I'm opening these bottles that are new. This is day cream. Shoot, what did I just do? This is the décolleté, so I'm gonna do that. I want to hurry up and do this because I'm like literally so tired and exhausted, and I have to leave probably like, let me see. Yeah, I literally only have an hour and like about an hour and 20 minutes till I have to go pick up my son. So I had to sleep today. And I'm super hot. I'm getting super hot right now. And that is a sign of spiritual like channeling and stuff, which I came across not that long ago. I didn't know that. Because I don't get these. I don't feel like this. Okay, so I'm gonna take my my vitamins. So I'm gonna take a fish oil, a probiotic, a I forget what that's called. Oh, collagen, like healthy skin, nails, and stuff like that. And then I need a Tylenol and a B complex vitamin. And I need a little pill container, but so, and I need Tylenol. Okay, these are for my ascension symptoms. I'm going through the last phase of my spiritual ascension, which I feel like it's not the last phase because I feel like we're always ascending. Like we're always, well, if you're open to it. it's almost like we're always learning and growing. So that's like an ascension. But as far as becoming spiritually awakened, and there's a last phase. It's almost like the last phase of twin flame is union, where you're like in a regular, stable relationship. The last phase of the spiritually enlightened ascension, like highest vibrational state, which I had no clue what it was, because I'm just like learning as I'm going, and there's so much to learn. Hold on. And I don't know everything, but I'm bringing it to you guys in little bits and pieces. I gotta cover up these dark circles. It like looks bad. To me, it looks like scary. That's what people don't like. As soon as I cover these up, it makes a complete difference. I don't know what color I want. I think I'm gonna do this one. So look at this. Let me do one eye. Even that, like, it's a completely different, like, it completely changes the way that I look. So you're telling me that I'm gonna go around my whole entire life looking like this when I can look like look at my birthmark too. And this isn't even like blended or anything, but it's dark on the top of my eye too. And then people, like the kids at school, like in kindergarten, this little kid was like, he was serious and he was like, you have chocolate milk on your face. And I'm like, I didn't really care, but I'm like, no, that's a birthmark. But I could just cover it up. It's not a big deal. That's what makeup is for, right? There was this other little girl in one of my schools that her whole face was covered with a birthmark. And I think that was like God showing me that there's worse like birthmarks. Like your birthmark is so like, it doesn't even really, nothing, it's not gonna affect your life at all whatsoever. Like there's no reason why you can cover it up if you want, but it's literally makes no difference to who you are, what you look like, nothing. And makeup is not a bad thing. But in my family, it's almost like it was considered like you're a horrible person because you're wearing makeup. Not really to that extreme, but it was like I felt like when I went camping with my uncles and my mom, my sister, like they would just kind of like, they knew I was just different. Like I did things differently. So it was kind of like I was always treated like I was just like, oh, that's Erin, you know? But I could feel like the uncomfortability and the separation of me with my family. And I think that was one of the things, because I would get like dirty looks and like little comments and stuff like that, because, or like laughing at me and stuff and like criticizing me for like bringing my makeup like camping, because that's the only time I really saw my uncles and like aunt and whatever, my cousins and stuff, when I was older. And that's literally like, I could have even had kids at that time. Like I'm literally an adult, and they're like snickering and making fun of me, when that's just like what I want to do. Like, it literally would take 5 minutes to put some concealer under my eyes, and they're like making fun of me. So it was super annoying. So that's where I'm coming from with all of this. It's been a choice of mine to do this. And it's not like, I'm sure other families are the opposite, where they're like, oh, you need to wear makeup. Like, you would look better if you wear makeup. Like my sister. Nobody told her that, but she didn't wear makeup, and she would have looked way better if she had makeup on, and she probably would have like if she would have embraced like more of her femininity, she could have had the things in life that she wanted. And to bring that part up is, we all need to balance our masculine and femininity, our masculine traits and our feminine traits, and not to be ashamed of one or the other. And when they're out of balance, it's mainly due to trauma. Like, that's what I'm hearing right now. When your masculine and feminine is out of balance, you could have been raised in like a household where it wasn't accepted, and you were literally like trained by your parents and your family to hide that aspect of yourself. So then you're going through your life trying to cover up that aspect of yourself, and that's causing you problems in your life. Oh my God, I'm hearing something right now that I don't really want to talk about. Okay, I don't want to talk about this at all. But that's my job. I don't want to talk about it right now, though. That's the problem, because it's a huge topic. So I guess I didn't put the rest of my day cream on and stuff. I'll just put the day cream on. So the day cream, oh shoot, I just covered up the dark spot thing. Okay, well, you guys saw it, but I'm gonna put some dark spot corrector on it too. Okay, so I know I'm already going all over the place, but it's all gonna come together. So that's what these videos are like. It's like they're gonna like, it's like all these puzzle pieces, and you're gonna get like one little puzzle piece, and then they're gonna be split apart. Like, it's gonna be left by itself, and then this one's gonna happen, it's gonna be left by itself, and there's gonna be more put on it, and then it's gonna be left, and then at the end it's all gonna come together. So that's how these videos are. And it's literally to show you guys that this is real, and that there's a master plan going on, that it's designed by the Holy Spirit. So, and it's to show it's not like scripted, or like nobody can possibly like, it's almost like real speech, like, because it is. You can't fake it. So it's like wherever your mind is going, you're like following it. So now look at, okay, so if I was like this and I didn't have dark circles under my eyes, I still feel like this one's dark, then I wouldn't feel a need to wear like makeup. If I woke up and I didn't have a big brown spot on my face, a huge big brown, in real life it looks darker than on camera. So I don't know why I'm jumping back to another thing that I was talking about. So I was like embarrassed because I was rambling on about my day. And I'm like thinking to myself, like, these people don't care about what I'm talking about because it doesn't mean anything to their lives. Like my day and what I did and what I ate and where I went, that sounds so like, why would I be telling these people this stuff? And I was literally doing it at the time. My thought was that I'm distracting myself so then the real messages can come through as I'm talking, because that's what happens. So that's literally why I'm just talking about like random stuff. So, and like distracting it's almost like my mind is focused on something, and then as I'm talking, I can get messages coming in because my mind is focused on elsewhere. Like, it's an open portal because it's going to come through as I'm talking. Like, my mind is going to think of these other things. Because it's almost like when you're driving, the same thing. Like, your mind is focused on the road and you're focused on driving. So you're almost like you're not really focusing on reality. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Stuff can come into your subconscious because you're not fully like present. Like if I was having a conversation with somebody and I was like looking at them directly and I was focused on them. I wasn't watching TV. I wasn't like thinking about like my grocery list or whatever. I'm fully present, and like then so many things are going on because I'm reading face expressions and I'm like focusing on what are their thoughts, and I'm thinking about all these things, and I'm thinking about processing what they're saying and what I'm going to say and what the conversation is. And it's a full engagement, right? The conversation is fully engaged. But when you're just doing like a mundane task, like driving or putting on your makeup and stuff like that, you've been doing it like daily, and it's a habit, it's habitual. So you're able to kind of go on autopilot and just like do it, and then you can do a subtask like talking about something. And then you're not fully concentrating on what you're talking about because you're multitasking. And there's something about that where you can get in like channeled messages just coming through. And you can also do channeled messages where you're, see, I can't even like think about, because I was really thinking with my brain to try to explain that. And I need to get more setting spray. I know you guys don't care. Like, it kind of bothers me because I feel like, oh, they don't care. They don't care because that's how I was raised as a child. Like, that I'm not, like, my time is not valuable. Like, what I have to say isn't valuable. Me as a person, I'm not valuable. Because that's what happens when you dismiss a child. Oh my God. I had to watch this video this morning about a child abuse case where the child was neglected and abused and battered, and they were interrogating the dad that did it, And I was called to watch the video on it. And so now it's coming up in this, which I was like, why did I have to watch that? But it shows like he seemed like a normal parent that wouldn't even do that. And he killed his kid. He physically assaulted, abused, and just tortured his kid. And then I also got a reference of like the situation, and it was like kind of like my situation, but of course it was like a much like, you know, excessive, extreme case. But it's like, it's not abnormal. And that's not really what I was going to be talking about either, but I wanted to talk about a completely different thing. So now I feel like I can't talk about that because I'm talking about one, it's almost like I have to talk about one subject at a time, because I don't want to like, you know, I want to make sure that whoever's watching this is gonna get the whole topic, you know, because they're probably not gonna watch all my, you know, it's like, I'm not gonna be that egotistical to think that everybody's gonna watch all of my videos. No, I want to make sure that like each video is a full, like, I can fully express myself on that one particular topic. But I do, when I'm doing this, like, I feel bad because I feel like I'm wasting people's time by doing my own thing, which that's not a good thing, because that's people pleasing. And I have to feel like I'm an important person and what I'm saying is extremely important. So to just go with it and not feel bad. But sometimes, like after I look at the video, I'm like, oh my God, I don't see the point in it. But then I'm shown the point. So there's like this lag time where I think a certain way about something, and then like within the next day or something, it's like a completely different way of thinking. Because I'm being shown, like through videos or through life experiences, like the reasons. And through tarot and stuff. Like what people are thinking about me, and because I don't know. They had to like gas me up to like make me believe that I could even do this. And I question myself sometimes, but it's literally gotten to the point where there's no doubt. like literally, this is like literally happening. And I just got the itch on my nose, like confirmation. And yesterday I felt like I was waking up from a dream, but it's really reality. Like you feel like you're waking up from a dream, and then you really realize that it's real. Like this is really happening. your dream has become a reality. So when you watch these videos, I want you to believe in the magic, because this would not happen if I didn't believe. And this would not be possible if magic wasn't real. If God wasn't real, if the universe wasn't real. And all these things that I'm talking about and saying, it's all real. Oh yeah, I was talking about that crystallization thing. So that's what the topic was. I forgot I already mentioned it, so I can talk about it. Oh no. That's why you kind of sound, well, I could sound like airheady, because I'm like going all around and I'm like going back and forth to different things and like whatever. But it's literally how the spiritual thing works, to show the realness of it. Okay, I need to clean to feel comfortable, to like organize stuff. It's like organizing your thoughts. So everything's good right now. I just want to put some of this on under my eyes. I don't know. I'm not feeling that much better. I could go get an energy drink. I kind of didn't want to drink that. I just wanted to drink water. But my energy is so low right now. I'm just going to go get an energy drink and be right back. Okay, I couldn't decide whether I wanted the pink slush or the Hawaiian shaved ice, but I'm getting this one. Hawaiian shaved ice. If you really need some energy, cheers to spiritual ascension. Thank you for allowing me to have that tropical, amazing drink. It has a coconut on it and a strawberry and a cherry. I don't taste coconut at all, and I don't like drinks with coconut. I'm getting like notifications on my phone, but it was just like YouTube videos that I'm like subscribed to their channel. That was Charles and Alyssa. Oh my god, they keep sending stuff. Alright, so... oh yeah, I wanted to put the dark spot corrector. So I'm just trying to show the realism of everything. So I was getting like, in case people thought that like I wasn't real, or like the things that I was doing wasn't, like I wasn't real or telling the truth, which I've gotten that a lot in my life, but I don't really think like that. So when people think that I'm not telling the truth, like I don't even think that people would even think that, because I don't lie. So why would I think that they would think I'm lying? See what I mean? But unfortunately, I'm not like a lot of other people, so I can see why they might think that. But so the more that I show the realness of myself, I'm actually disproving people that say like I'm lying. So that's one reason why the videos are good, even though they might seem like boring to me. Like, it seems like, why would anybody want to watch this? But in between the stuff, there's some really good things that I'm saying. And that one video, oh yeah, I want to talk about, so I'm jumping all around, I know. But I just don't want to forget what I was going to say before I go back and talk about what I just was talking about. Now I forgot. That's why I need this energy drink, because it takes a lot of my energy to do this, to think. Okay, so I'm going through a spiritual ascension. So these, this is another reason why these videos are good. Like, every day that I've been doing this, like, get ready with me, these videos, it was for a specific reason that I didn't realize at the time. Like, I didn't understand why I was doing it. And then I understood because of this one, or, you know, after I did the video, like, I could understand, okay, this is what it was about. But then sometimes I couldn't understand, and then I understood later. And so the last one that I sent out, like, I couldn't understand, like, how beneficial it was. Oh yeah, because the last, like, 5 minutes had the most important information in it. And the rest of the whole video, it didn't really have, like, a huge, like, topic. I'm getting more downloads about how there doesn't always have to be, like, some huge topic, that you guys just need to see, like, my normal personality, or the personality that I'm portraying. Like, not fake, but, like, whatever just comes out. Because whatever comes out, that doesn't mean that that's, like, a normal... It just means that at that moment, that's how I'm feeling, and that's what I'm doing. It doesn't mean that that's always how I'm feeling, and that's always what I'm doing. You know what I mean? That's why I said portray. So there's so many things, like, rushing around in my head when I'm talking. Like, right now, I just got a visual of, oh yeah, this is something I was gonna say. That, okay, so this goes back to the high school friend that I met, too. I got a picture, a visual of the funeral that I went to, like, my ex-boyfriend's funeral, about how I went there, and the old, like, my old high school friends and stuff were exactly the same as I remember, like, leaving them. Like, they're having the same issues, the same, like, bad qualities. Like, let's say somebody would drink all the time. They were still like that. They were still drinking beer, hanging out with the same people, doing the same stuff. But they had kids and a wife, and it's kind of, like, weird, right? And then other people were, like, really gossipy and jealous and, like, talking bad about you behind your back. Same way. Same thing. Kicking me out. Kicking me out of the funeral. Because they were, like, jealous that I was talking to their husband. But I was talking about his brother that died, and I was his girlfriend for, like, 5.5 years. His first girlfriend. It's crazy. But I understood, like, the wife, and she was being nice to me. But, of course, then she's telling them to tell me to leave. So It's all like, but my point is that I keep changing and ascending and growing, but I'm still like the same soul. So we're still like connecting like we used to in the past whenever I'm meeting up with people or like my family or whatever, or friends of the family. But my perception of things is completely different. And they can see that. So it's quite interesting. And so when I saw this guy in the supermarket the other day, he really upset me because of what he, like, I could read him so well. And it's funny because I don't remember thinking of him like that, but I could have. Now that I think about it, I forget things. Like, I always think of, like, the good things. I'm going to bake under my eye, which is, like, putting a lot of this, like, powder under it and letting it sit. I don't know why, because I got this, like, it's called baking powder. That's funny. I never even thought of it like that. It's setting powder, but I called it baking powder. That's funny, because baking powder is for cooking. Okay, so, alright. So the point is that most of the people in my life that I see, that I know of, haven't changed, really. Even though they have jobs, like, they kind of changed, like, a tiny bit, because, like, they might be, like, really into their job, and so they talk about their job, or, like, into their kids, so they talk about their kids, but they're pretty much the same. But with me, I feel like I'm growing, I'm evolving, like, I don't have the same issues like they do. That's what I feel like. I feel like I can see people's issues. That's the thing. Like, I'm reading them and I could see their issues. And to me, it's like so blatantly obvious, but there's a skilled eye for it because you're aware of it. If you haven't been studying and not aware of these things, like, you wouldn't know. And I think that that's how most people are. Even if they're super educated and everything, it doesn't matter. That's why I feel like I can feel like I'm on top of the world, like I'm so much, like, higher vibration than, like, most of the people. Like, most all of the people, which is crazy to me. There's, like, gurus and people that are, like, looked upon as, like, on the highest pedestal in our society, and I feel like I'm way higher than them. So that's what people probably think. Like, I think I'm better than other people, and they can, like, feel like I'm egotistical and, like, but it's my ascension. It's my spiritual ascension that I can read through them, and I can feel like they need so much work, and I can see what they need to do and how they need to work on themselves. So to me, I'm like, it just is what it is. It's almost like you see a toddler throwing a tantrum in a supermarket, and you're calm and cool about it because you understand that like they're a toddler and they need to grow up. They're immature. And that's a typical phase of a toddler, is to throw a tantrum. So you're calm about it and it doesn't bother you, and you can just move on with your day. You don't have to try to freak out and be like, oh my God, what is wrong with him? And like, you don't have to throw a tantrum. You know that you don't throw tantrums, and that you did that when you were 2, and that you grew on from that. Like, you don't do that anymore. So that's what it's like. And I'm sure people thought that way about me when I wasn't fully awakened, that they knew that I threw tantrums and stuff like that. Like adult tantrums. Like when you like argue with people or whatever. And I still might get upset or do something like that now, but I'm aware of it and I'm trying to stop. Every day I try to better myself and like be better. So I'm elevating, like every day I'm elevating. And to talk, because of my crown chakra, my third eye chakra, my communications chakra, my throat chakra, my heart chakra, being fully opened and awakened to the world, and knowing who I am with the Holy Spirit, that I'm an earth angel. Like, I literally know what I'm here to do on this planet, and I'm in my purpose. I'm walking my purpose. So I'm being put in tests and trials every day, and I'm passing them. And I'm elevating every time. It's like I'm just on such a different level than everybody else. And when you're like that, you can see elevated people, other elevated people. And then when you listen to them or talk to them, you can see if you are at their level or not. And it has nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with followers. I'm by myself, and I don't even have that many followers. Subscribe to this channel if you watch me. Come on. Like every video if you watch me. If you're watching it, just like it and subscribe. It doesn't do anything. Like, you don't have to pay anything or do anything else. So I'm gonna put some of this blush from my face palette. I gotta hurry too because my son, I have to pick up my son from school. Okay, so let me tell you what the process. Okay, so I learned this morning, I was listening to videos and stuff, because I'm going through ascension. Oh my God, I'm going through ascension symptoms. And that's what the video was showing you guys as well, is when I was talking about my day and what I was doing and stuff. It showed me today, this morning, when I was reading about this process of transformation, the spiritual transformation, ascension process, the final stage, what it's called and how it works and what it is and the symptoms and what you go through and how you know if you're going through it. It made perfectly sense. It made perfect sense, and especially because I did that video. And it made perfect sense. About having bursts of energy, like I was cleaning and doing all that stuff. Even took an energy drink, talking about the transit, I think I looked up transit after that video because I didn't even know what that was. And then oh, this is the other thing. And I looked up the financials, the financial stuff that I talked about, the countries that were like you can invest in foreign markets. And I didn't even, like, I was getting those like countries and stuff, and I felt like, what the heck? I don't even know if that's even like, if you can't even invest in those places, or if it's even a good idea. And I'm saying these things. So of course I had to look it up afterwards, and every single one of those countries, I didn't even know Malta. I don't even know if Malta's a country. I don't even know what Malta is. I've heard of it, but I didn't even look that up. But I literally have so much going on that I cannot look up everything. But it showed me that that could be true. And those markets, it was telling me that those were good, because I looked up, like, I Googled, like, you know, is it a good idea to invest in Malta or whatever? Or Dubai. I said Malta, Dubai, China, Turkey, and Germany. Like, I didn't even know where those were popping up. And it's literally, it surprises me when I'm saying stuff that comes completely out of left field. Like, there is no, like, I don't even talk about Malta, or like, there's nothing that in my research or what I've been doing that I even know about Malta. Like, I don't even know anything about it. And it's not like a country or a place or a location that would even come out of my mouth. Like, I don't even talk about that. And so that's when I was like, oh my God, I don't know. I don't know. In Germany, like, because I think when I watched the video about the foreign markets and stuff like that, I heard like China. I probably heard Dubai, I'm not sure. But I think I heard China, though. I think that's pretty much where I got the China from. But when all these other ones started coming out, I'm like, oh my God. Like, am I just like thinking these things up? Are these things real? This is like people's money, you know? So when I looked it up and I saw that those are good markets, I was like, oh my God, this is like gold. This is literally golden. That people should invest in that stuff, because this is coming from the higher realms. This is literally like helping people. And that if I had money to invest, I would listen to that advice if I was you. So I just wanted to say that. Okay, now I want to tell you about the ascension process. So the human body, from what I gathered, from what I researched just this morning, is that the human body is made up of carbon cells or something like that. And that it's called, so it goes from a carbon-based body to a crystallized body, spiritual body. So when you go through the crystallization process, your cells, your DNA is transforming. You're changing, all your cells are changing in your body. And that happens over time, but this is literally like almost like a completion of the crystallization process. I'm hearing celestial body. So you become more of like a celestial body. And so you're able to receive messages like quicker and more like, I'm hearing efficient, and I'm hearing stable. It's like I'm hearing open portal, like full ascension. I'm hearing higher power. I'm hearing Jesus descendant. I'm hearing like that's where Jesus got to that stage, and that's how he was able to perform the things that he was able to do, like heal the blind and stuff like that, and to speak wisdom into the hearts of people, and to be an example and a mentor and a guide, a spiritual guide. And that heaven is a place on earth. That we need to create heaven on earth. And that the Bibles and those books were tainted in order to control people, when they were really originally intended to empower the people, unite the people, and show them their powers. But it was altered for deceptive purposes and manipulation of people for power and money and greed. And I know that's a lot. But so my cells in my body are more like light. They can allow more light in, more receptive to energies, the 5D. So we're at this 3D level of Earth where it's very like physically based, and the way that we're like trained and like programmed is very 3D. It's very like flat. But when you're going into the fifth dimension, you're more open to the spiritual world. So that's the ascension of your mind and your spirit. But it's changing the cells in your body so you're more open and receptive to receiving more. And more enlightenment, more ascension, more like high vibration. So you're vibrating on such a higher level. And that's where the people, I'm hearing my guidance, like I'm getting like the queen bee vision of like the Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius, and this is the age of Aquarius. So we're moving into the age of Aquarius. We're ascending. We're all of us together. But it's like I'm leading this ascension. I'm leading this march into this ascension. So people are going to become like me. It's going to take time, and then those that don't, that resist, are going to fall off. They're going to fall off the earth. I got another download, or I got another information about, like, we're being deceived so much by our government and our politicians and all that, and we know that. But it's far worse than you can ever imagine. And it's almost like we're letting them get away with it, which is really bad. And it's just getting worse and worse and worse and worse. I'm going to use this color here for my eyeliner. So like I was just watching a thing about Nikola Tesla, the great inventor, and I'm hearing composer of music and stuff. One of the most amazing creators inventors of all time. That's what the Tesla's named after. That's what, he had the theory of 369, and I see 369 everywhere. Also, twin flames is like represented by 6 and 9. The man is the 6, the woman is the 9. But I see a lot of 9-6 because it's kind of like the woman is leading. But then I started seeing the 3, the 6, and the 9. And the 3 is like God, like the Holy Spirit. So Nikola Tesla was using that, his theories and stuff, and documenting everything, and making things to prevent war and everything. But then those items were taken away from him upon his death, and like there was a huge cover-up with his inventions and things. And they say it's in a museum, but then it's like there's lost cases and things. So there's so much controversy about the government and cover-ups and stuff, and it's just so bad. And then they ask like the presidents about like, you know,